What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Brennan and I'm BManX45. And today we're coming at you with another video. We have a little hobby news video that we're going to do here. We're going to talk about the last couple sets and the new sets and just kind of do some comparison here. We're on the OCG site here because I wanted to look into BT15 and potentially EX5. We're not going to really go into what's coming in BT15. That'll be for a later video. We just got into BT14 and I really want to focus on that. Again, I just want to touch on the fact that we're going to have deck profiles coming up for the Ultimate Cup format, and then I'll be doing probably regional versions of those decks after the fact, just because the Ultimate Cup format is just so much different. But we're just going to have a little quick video here, and we'll get into it and talk about what we're going to talk about. And hey, if you enjoy this type of content, be sure to smash that like button, comment down below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss a single minute of the fun. So one thing I noticed just the other day when going through BT14, now that it's dropped, is that there's only 102 cards. If we go back here, BT14, there's only 102 cards. This is a kind of a departure from the original amount. If you go back there, 102 is Angelon. It's like a departure from the regular about 112 cards per set. Initially, in the first sets we had up to 115, but I think the biggest has ever been 115, but regularly just coming in that 112 mark. But it seems like we're getting 10 cards less a set now, which is kind of interesting here. And then I kind of thought about it and I was like, I wonder if this is a one-off. So I went into it and I checked out other sets like EX5, which traditionally EX5s are more of a 75, 74 card set. This is a 74 card set, like the rest of the EXs here. Here with this guy being your last guy, number 74. We're still getting 2 secrets out of this set, it looks like, which is funny because the first EX set only had the 1 secret in it. But it had tons of like 30 alts. Whereas they've cut that down to that kind of 18 to 20 spot. We're seeing a lot of sets with 20 alts over the 18 that we used to get, kind of consistently coming in at 18. But here, if we go back to BT15 and we go into the final pages here, we see here 102 Pokemon. So they have cut these sets down by 10 cards. So we're getting 10 less cards per set. And that's just interesting to see why they're going that direction. I don't mind it. More room in binders for alternates, which is kind of nice. So I don't have to squeeze all my alternates into another binder. I can put some of them, like I put the Tamer alternates and maybe the exclusives into that one. Like I'm putting the English exclusives into that one. It's going to be interesting to see if we get English exclusives in BT15, since they're already showing these parallel rares that are, besides the regular alts. You got the regular alts, and then you got this other set of parallel rares, which is just kind of an interesting thing that they're doing there. So it'd be interesting to see how that's going to work out with the crests in it. I don't know. Like I said, we're not going to go into BT15, but anyways, but I just wanted to talk about that difference in amount of cards that we're getting. So we're getting 10 less cards, and to me that doesn't necessarily dictate a bad thing, being that we're only going to get 102 cards. It could see that a lot of the cards in the set have more overall value in terms of effect and abilities, and we're not going to have so much loose jank that's never going to get played ever. So there's kind of interest there. I want to see if they're going to continue this past this set, like BT16. Once we get reveal drops for that, once we get all the cards, are we going to see? Is it going to go back to 112 now that we've done these kind of ace sets where we kind of redid all the original Digidestin's Digimon, or are we going to see it stay at about 102 cards a set? Now, like I said, me personally, I don't mind this. I think this is actually a really cool idea. Really good idea to just cut the fat out of Digimon, and I don't mind having a 102 card set So I quite like it. I want to know what your opinions are. What do you think about this? Do you think that we're better off losing these 10 cards per set, or do you feel kind of cheated and gypped by Bandai? So let me know in the comments what you think about this. It's an interesting situation, definitely. 10 cards doesn't really do much. I would prefer, it'd be nice if they're going to lose the 10 cards if they give us more value out of our boxes. Like, if we're basically 10 less cards, so you're going to be having more and more copies of certain cards. So it'd be cool to be like, hey, let's give them a third alt, or give them a second secret in a box, or maybe more supers. I know it's probably never going to happen, but it would be kind of a nice thing to just kind of say, here, let's give you a little bit more of this. So, I mean, I do think that would be, a welcome gesture. Not that they're going to do that, not that they're going to listen to anything, not that they've ever seen a video that I've done. So, but it's just a thought that would be nice, because, some people might think, hey, I'm not getting as much product, but I'm paying the same price or even more because of inflation and the change to prices. Because actually the price of a box has gone up, because they used to put a 99 MSRP on their questionnaires that you could fill out and now they're saying 107 MSRP. So the price of a box has increased, but we're getting less cards. So it's an interesting proposition. I think, it would behoove them to potentially maybe throw us a bone, like I said, like put another alternate in, and I mean, it doesn't affect them that much in the long run, because they're still going to sell X amount of boxes, regardless if you throw another secret in, or another alternate, or another couple supers. They're still going to sell X amount of boxes. That's not going to change too much, but it would go a long way to just, telling the fan base and the player base that, our time and our money is valued. But that's just my opinion on that. So that's a little thing I wanted to talk about. EX sets looking the same. These new sets hitting at 102 for cards. It's definitely very interesting. Still wondering if we're going to have English exclusives for the other set with all those other alternate stuff in there. So it's like I said, it is very interesting to see what they're doing here. But yeah, so 102 being the new card thing. The set did feel a bit light when I was going through it. I was like, man, these colors are changing quite quickly. Option cards, feels like you're getting less option cards, getting less monsters, but I feel like you're getting less, like I said, they're trimming the fat out, and you're getting less kind of jank and random stuff that'll just never get played, which I do think is an important thing to keep the game going at a pace where a lot of these cards maybe see play one day. That's the nice thing. Like there's a lot of cards that will never see a lot of competitive play, may not even see a lot of play in general, but the more that they can create interesting sets with really great abilities, you can potentially see a lot of these cards have play. So that's something that's kind of cool. But that's just my thoughts on that. And tell me what you guys think. Do you guys think the same? Are you of a differing opinion? What do you want to see? Do you want to see things back at 112 cards, or do you like this change to 102? Do you think Bandai could offer us some more alts or secrets in a box? Do you think that would be, do you think that that's something they could do, or do you think that I'm barking up the wrong tree here? But tell me what you guys think, and I'd love to hear your comments, and we're going to see what happens. Hopefully we'll see BT16, and we'll see if they're kind of continuing this trend in the next little while. But that's, something that I'm going to keeping an eye on. And like I said, we're going to be getting deck profiles out. We are going to be getting some more content on the channel. We're going to be seeing some openings. Unfortunately, my stuff is kind of taking its time to get here. Distributor shipping problems. It's always the same, right? You want you pre-order and you doesn't do anything for you because they can't even get it shipped out. So we will be seeing some more box openings. I did want to have the last box openings ready for this Friday, but unfortunately they will not be here. But hopefully I'll have those boxes early next week, and hopefully we'll have some of those double packs and the gift boxes to show you guys as well and see what we get from that. Anyways, that's all the time we have for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in. We hope to see you in the next video. And as always, have a wonderful day. And that's all for now, folks.